Am I audible, Binaji?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I welcome today's resource person, Miss Madhumita Singh from GGPS, and her topic is for the today's training: Happy Teachers Create Happy Classroom. And all the teachers participant who are joined here for the second in-house training. And I hope today you have not faced any kind of issue and you have successfully joined. I request all the teachers to kindly be attentive in the session. Do not leave the meeting because if you leave the meeting, it's quite tough to give you the certificate because the certificate generated automatically by the software. So please be attentive and stay connected. Now I hand over this platform to Miss Madhumita to start the session.
Thank you, sir. A very warm good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very and heartful thanks for joining me for this live event. I, Madhumita Singh, wish you a very happy and prosperous new year. The topic for today is Happy Teachers Create Happy Classroom. Before starting the topic, let's start what happiness is. Happiness is psychological a state of emotion well-being that a person experience either in a narrow sense when good things happen in a specific moment or more as positive evaluation of one's life and accomplishment over that is subjective well-being. Moving on to the topic, I would like to show you some slides where we will talk about what is happiness and how we can create a happy classroom. There are 5 ways to create a happy classroom. The first one is providing support. Creating a support network can provide to help happiness in the classroom. Second, celebrating achievement and success. When we celebrate the achievement of a student and celebrate their success, automatically the class and the child becomes happy, and we also become so happy in knowing their confidence, knowing them. Self teaching self confidence is also one of the most important point we should keep in mind to create happy classroom. Then we have to also think about building positive relationship, and developing and coping skills are also one of the part of creating happy classroom. Moving on to the topic, I would like to show you the next slide where we can see how can teachers create a positive classroom. How can we teachers can create a positive classroom. That is making learning relevant. Create a classroom code of conduct. Teach positive action. Instill interesting motivation. You have to always, there is an motivation plays an important role where students, when they get motivated, they automatically do what is not expected. Also, they can do it in a more profound way. Then reinforce positive behavior. If we are talking, if we see their positive behavior, we take out their point, then we see that they can also get into positive behavior. Engage positive role models and always be positive. We have to always be positive. We should always carry a smile when we enter the classroom. That also gives a positive signal to the classroom. Moving into the next topic is why it is important to create a positive classroom environment. Your classroom environment is a blend of social, emotional, and instructional elements of your class. Research shows that many aspects of your classroom environment can affect students' motivation, that students who are more motivated put more effort into learning activities. So motivation today play a very important. There are so many motivational speakers which create so much inner strength. They are giving out, they are taking out the inner strength of the students, and they are able to do whatever is not possible, they could also do. Even the low achievers can also work so hard when we give them so much of motivation. Coming on to the next topic is what makes a good classroom. What positive classroom environment? A positive classroom environment is one in which the students feel comfortable sharing their thoughts, taking risk, asking questions, and comforting challenges in their learning. This can make a classroom a good classroom where the students is able to answer, is able to express their thought, whether it is right or wrong, but they are free to express. They are free enough to tell whatever is there in their mind and all, whether it is wrong or right, we have to take into consideration. We have to ask, we have to take their risk of challenges, we have to ask questions, we have to allow them to face the challenges in the learning, and this will create a happy and a good classroom. When we talk about what is happiness for students, why, what how what is importance for the students, why students should be happy? Well, happiness is a term which depicts an optimistic mental state. So we have to be mentally fit, we have to be biologically fit, we have to be health wise fit, everything fit, and then optimistic. Happiness can have different meanings for different people. Some people, some may find happiness in earning money and be called wealthy. However, others give importance to good health for being happy. So, a healthy body lives in a healthy mind is always in a healthy body. So, we have to always keep ourselves fit and fine. Moving on to the next topic is how to achieve happy classroom, how we can achieve a happy classroom. Students must feel safe. They must feel valued. They should be safe that when we are in the class, we are all safe. They should feel that from their inner strength, it should come that they are very safe. They should be feel valued. That each of the student in the classroom should feel that they all have importance, whether they are good in studies or in academics, or they are not good in academics, but we should make them feel that they also have equal values. Then they must feel successful. Everyone do not have equal talent, but some or the other has some of the other talent. So we should take out their talent and we should make them feel that they are also successful in some part of life. Then next is invest some time to get know your students. You should know your students first. You should know what is their quality, what is their inner strength. Then you should use humor in the classroom. You should praise the students. That gives them more motivation, that gives them happiness from inside to do something good. Give them choices. Choices are important. If this is not possible, you go for this choice. If this is not possible, you go for the other choice. And when they have a multiple of choices, one of the choices they will automatically pick up. And the next is give student a break. Always give them a break. Allow students to get a social to each other. There is a system called peer sitting arrangement being followed, where students are able to express with their friends, and they become socially attached also. So we have to make them social even. A lot time for play also. We have to give them time to play even. If we talk about how you can become happy teachers, now it is important for us teachers to be how we can become happy. Study shows that highly extrovert people, that is who are more socially outgoing and exhibit more sensitivity to rewards, tend to experience higher levels of positive emotions such as joy and enthusiasm even when they are alone. On the other hand, introvert people are prone to experiencing more anxiety, guilt, and depression. Every teacher must work on his or her personality traits that make them happy teachers. We have to be happy from inside. Then only we can have a happy classroom. First, the teachers have to enter the class, and we have to leave all our thoughts, all our personal things outside the classroom, and we have to go inside the classroom feeling that we are the teachers and these are the students, and this is our day and this is our classroom. And if we work with that feeling, the classroom automatically becomes happy classroom. Even we also enjoy the cheers and the smile of children. Every teacher must work on his or her personality traits that makes them happy teachers. Extrovert teachers make a happy classroom. They can develop this trait in students and make a vibrant environment of learning. Most importantly, commitment to be happy what is required. So here we are always talking about happiness. So we have to develop a commitment that we have to be happy moreover wherever in whichever the classes we take or whichever the period we are going in. How can you create a happy and positive influence in a class? You can also communicate these tips with your staff if you are an educational leader in charge of teacher training and development. Encourage classroom code of conduct. Be a role model. Reinforce and reward positive behavior. Practice mindfulness. Communicate directly. You should communicate directly to each other. Normalize mistake. You should not take the mistake to higher level. We should always feel that this should be uh, control, or this should be eradicated at some point, and we should not normal level it can be done. Positive, build a positive rapport together also, and we should always have a positive rapport with each other too. Moving on to the next slide is establish rules and norms together as a class. So this is also important. Happiness along with the rules and the norms of the class is also important. A class that establishes rules and norms together is a happier classroom. There are many reasons why this is so. When the students have a voice in what the classroom norms are, they feel more ownership of them. They can lead to better compliance because the students feel like they have a say in what goes on this classroom. Additionally, when everyone has a role in creating the rules and norms, it helps to create sense of community within the classroom. This feeling of community can lead to students being more invested in doing what is expected of them and helping. Finally, when rules and norms are established together, it allows for open communication between teachers and students. This communication can help to resolve any issues that may arise, as well as foster a closer relationship between teachers and students out in their classroom. So rules and norms should go together in the class. Make sure everyone has a space to work and relax. Most people need a break from work in order to relax and rejuvenate. The same is true for the students too. A happy and productive classroom requires that both the teacher and the students have a space to work and relax. In order for students to be successful, they need time to focus and time to good off. In order for the teachers to be effective, they need time to plan and grade. It can be difficult to find this balance when there are too many students in one space. In my own classroom, I have found that having an assigned set helps create a sense of ownership over the desk as well as the space. This makes it easier for me to keep track of who is where and as well as maintain order in my room. So this is what I follow when I enter in the classroom. With the is create a positive classroom environment. That is very important. If we go into the classroom environment should always be positive. Creating a positive environment, classroom environment is essential for having a happier classroom. There are many reasons why creating a positive classroom environment is important. First, when students feel happy and safe in their learning environment, they are more likely to be successful academically. In addition, when the teacher has a positive attitude, creates a welcoming environment, it sets the tone for the entire class. Students are more likely to be respectful and engage in learning when they feel comfortable in their surroundings. So when they feel that I'm comfortable in this class, they are automatically able to express everything and they feel very good in interacting with the teachers too. So we have to make them very comfortable. We have to make them very friendly so that they could express their views and enjoy the classroom environment and the learning process. When we talk about get to know your students, you should first know the students. And how could you know your students? In order to create a happy classroom, it's important that we get to know our students. So it is very important that we should know each one of our students. We need to be able to understand their individual personalities and backgrounds in order to cater our teaching methods accordingly. So we have to not only two or four, we have to point out, we have to take care of each and every child, and we should know their personal reasons, their backgrounds that will help them, that will help us teachers to know them better and make the learning process more easier. It may seem like a lot work up front, but it is definitely worth in it the end. When we know our students well, we can better predict their reaction and needs. When you know the students, when you know them personally, you know them back, you know their backgrounds, you know their academics, you know their strength, you know their weaknesses, then it helps us to predict their reactions and needs very at a very better level. For example, if we know that one student is shy and introvert, we can give them more opportunities for independent work. If he is introvert or she is introvert, we should give them more opportunities of work, independent work, instead of calling on them in front of the whole class. We should not call them and then say you come here and narrate this and that. You should give them opportunities of independent work and see there will be changes in his or her personality. On the other hand, if we know that the other student is outgoing and always raising their hands, we can purposely call on them more often so they can have a chance to share their ideas. So, one who is very extrovert, so we should also call them every time wherever is needed so that they could have their more ideas to share, they could have more ideas to build up and more views to share among us. So, these are the two things we could do for the students who are introvert or extrovert. Have a positive outlook and be encouraging. You should always have a positive outlook and you should always encourage your students. A positive outlook and encouragement can create a happier classroom. It is important to have a good attitude when working with the students. Being positive and encouraging sets the tone for the class. It also models how we want our students to behave. Students are more likely to be happy and successful when they feel supported by their teachers. A positive environment also helps the students learn better. I personally feel when the students feel that they are supported by their teachers, they are they easily interact with the teacher and they can easily have their ideas and share their views with that teacher because they feel that if they are going to discuss their problems with the teacher, they are very safe. They can express their problems will be solved and they could be very happy in sharing that. So a positive environment is very important whenever we are in the class. Moving on to the next topic is teach through play and laughter. Always try to teach the lesson with a play and laughter. In order to create a happier classroom, many teachers believe that laughter and play are two important tools to use. Though play, children can learn new skills and explore the world around them. Through play, game-based learning is a program being launched nowadays by the CBSE that is playing a very good in learning process where the students are learning through the games, whether it is maths, physics, or whatsoever is the subject. Even English is also being taught through a game. And when teachers use humor in their teaching, it can help students to feel more relaxed and engaged in their class. So humor is also sometime important. There are many reasons why teaching through play and laughter is beneficial for students. For one, it allows students to take a break from academics and relax for a bit. So continuous studying, rote learning process will not work at a bigger level. So we have to give a break to the students. We have to introduce games. We have to introduce play. We have to introduce some jokes. We have to crack. With that, the students become relaxed in the academics for a bit. In addition, humor can help students learn difficult concepts more easily. In fact, research has shown that when students are enjoying themselves in class, they tend to learn more effectively. So, the next time when you are feeling stressed out about teaching, try incorporating some playtime or laughter into your lesson plan. You may be surprised at how happy classroom becomes as a result. So when you introduce play and laughter in the classroom, you automatically feel very happy while teaching. You will also enjoy the classroom a lot along with the students. Provide opportunities for students to connect with the another. We should always provide different opportunities for the students to connect with each another. Students who feel socially connected to their peers in schools are happier and more engaged in learning. According to recent research, there are few key things teachers can do to help facilitate social connections among their students. One way to help the students connect is by providing opportunities for them to work together on a project. We are assigning a lot of project where a group of students are using their intelligence. They are using their skills and they are making the project. So that is also an opportunity platform for them. This can be done in pairs and small groups. Depending on the age of students, projects that require collaborations allow students to learn about each other's strengths and weaknesses. That is peer learning, where they learn their strengths and weaknesses, which helps them develop friendship even with each other too. That is also very important. Another way to help the students connect is by breaking up the sitting chart so that they are not all sitting together. This can help prevent clips from forming and allow the students to get to know each other better. So they should engage themselves. Not only 4 or 5 students among themselves are the best friend, they are sitting together, they enjoying together. We should break that sitting arrangements into different places so that each one should engage with each one and know about each of their friend. Lastly, teachers should take out of each class period to have conversation with their students. So teachers should always take out time to have a conversation, good and healthy conversation with their students, apart from the academics. Then the next is we have to be very positive and energetic. We have to be very positive and energetic. Positive and energetic teachers are key to creating happy classroom. According to recent research, when teachers are happy, their students are also very happy. In fact, the opposite is also true. When the students are unhappy, their teachers are likely to be less happy in their jobs. So it is very true when we teachers enter the classroom and we find any child very unhappy and they are sitting alone, they are putting their head down, then our attention goes to the child and we ask them, what's the reason behind? Why are you so sad? Why you are not enjoying? What's the reason? Why is something happened to you? So we also feel that our job is less done here. We are not fully done because we have to make the child very happy with our responsibility. And if a single child remains unhappy, then we also not enjoy the whole class. And it's our duty or it's our responsibility to make him or her come out of the situation, come out of the problem, what he or she is facing. So why should teachers remain positive and energetic when creating happy classroom? The question arises that why should teachers remain positive and energetic when creating happy classroom? Why it is an important part for the teachers to be energetic? Why it is important part for the teachers to be positive to create a happy classroom? There are several reasons for this. First, happiness is contagious. It spreads from person to person like a virus. This happiness is very, and it is spreads. If one is happy, he or she will make the other person happy. Then he or she will make the other person happy, and this spreads like virus. So it starts from the teach. It starts from the teacher. When a teacher is positive and upbeat, it sets the tone for entire class and helps create a positive learning environment. So when the teacher enters the classroom bearing a smile on the face and cheering up the students, the dull class also becomes very energetic and they also feel very happy. We see in some of the some of the classes and some of the teachers, they feel that the teacher should enter the classroom. They were waiting for some of the teachers to come in the classroom. Why it is so? Because it is not because of their academics or their learning. It is about how they interact with the students, how they make the students cheerful. So some of the students wait for that teachers to come into the classroom with a very welcoming hand and all. So the thing is that the teacher is happy and tries to make the environment more motivated, more happy, more cheerful, and more bountiful for the students. Second, research has shown that happy people are more successful in life. People who are very happy, they become more successful in life. They tend to be more creative and productive. They are very creative and productive. When we are happy from inside, we are mentally, physically, and socially happy, then we become very productive. We become very creative that time, and they are also healthier. for both physically and mentally. So when you are creative, when you are productive, you are mentally and physically well. So by being positive role model, teacher can help the students achieve success not just in school but also in lifelong. So many of the teachers, we teachers also remember our teachers, one or two of our teachers who also helped us, who were very close to us because of their behavior, because of their lessons, because of their way of teaching, because how they solved our problems. So this also goes on, and this will always go till with when we are teaching in the classroom, this will also go up and up. Next, when we talk about activities and games, that is very important. Apart from studies, we should introduce activities, we should introduce games. That is all being done. In order to create a happier classroom, teachers should use activities and games. We should always create, we are giving activities in science, we are giving in English, we are giving in maths, any of the subjects we are including activities. That is very important so that they can be very creative. They could be very creative enough to do that. And games is also so important that we know to make them physically good, they physically fit, mentally strong. So game is also important where they learn about companionship, sportsman spirit they develop. So games is equally very important. When students are engaged in fun activities, they are less likely to feel boredom or frustration. So when you introduce them in activities, their boredom goes on, their frustration goes on, their creativity increases that time. Additionally, engaging in activities and games can help students learn new material more effectively. Teachers who use activities and games in their classroom see an increase in the students' motivation and engagement. So when the teachers who gives more of the activities and games, introduce games in the learning process, they see their class becoming more engaged class, more motivated class, more highly happier class. Games and activities can help create a happier classroom by providing students with a sense of purpose, structure, and community. They also help teachers better assess students' understanding and provide opportunities for differentiation. Additionally, games and activities can promote creativity and collaboration. This is very important. So we should always include games and activities in our learning process. Moving on to is that give choices and responsibilities. We have already talked about choices, and we should always give responsibility to the students to know their inner strength well enough. Giving student choices and responsibility is a key factor in creating a happy and productive classroom. We should always try to give responsibility to each one in the class so that they could become very creative and very productive. Teachers can set up the class to succeed by giving students some control over their environment, allowing students to make choices about what they learn, and how they work. Helps foster a sense of ownership in the classroom. So that develops a sense of ownership in the classroom. Additionally, taking on responsibilities for tasks such as cleaning up or taking care of materials helps students feel they valued members of the community. So when we talk about in the class only, you give them responsibility not only to the monitors, each one of the students, you take care of this, you take care of that, you take care of display board, you take care of the board work, you take care of the quotations in the classroom, you take care of the charges, you take care of the news uh, board every day. Then you will see that their responsibility, they become very valuable. I also have some value, and I also have some responsibility to perform, and they feel very happy. So we should allow each one of them to get, we should give them each one equal value, we should give them responsibilities, and they feel very valued, and that time they half of your job is done, and they also feel very happy, and their creativity increases. When students feel when students feel happy and responsible in the classroom, they are more likely to be productive and successful learners. So when they feel happy and responsible, they feel they become productive and they become successful learners. We making learning fun. This is very important for us to make the learning fun. No one wants to be in the classroom where they don't feel happy. Not a child feel happy when they don't want, they feel that there is no happiness in the classroom. They don't want to be in that class. Unfortunately, this is often the case for the students. In order to create a happy and productive learning environment, teachers should make learning fun. There are many reasons why it is important. It is very important to make the learning process productive. First, when students enjoy coming to class and are engaged in material, they learn more. This is because they are paying attention and interested in what's going on. So they always want what is going to be done today. This is the topic we are going to study. They already know that. But what is new thing we want to learn? They always have a mind in the concept. And when they think they get that concept done, they feel very happy in an innovative way. So we should the first try to make them engaged in the classroom activities. When learning is fun, it's not seen as a core, but rather something that's enjoyable. So fun is very important to make the learning process much enjoyable. Second, when classrooms are happier places, students behave better. When the classroom is very happy class, student will listen to you and they will feel very happy that my classroom, I have to attend this class because this class has a lot of innovation. This class is giving a lot of information. Means I am engaged in this class, so that time they become very happy. This is because they don't want to disrupt the positive atmosphere or cause any trouble. Disruptions can really kill the mood and prevent learning from happening. So this will always you disruptions can really kill and the mood and prevent learning from happening. So disruption should not be there. We should always try to create happy classroom. Moving on to the next is how to create a sense of community. Why we can how to create the sense of community among the students. When it comes to the topic of creating a sense of community in the classroom, many teachers feel that it is important goal to uh, to strive for. A sense of community can lead to happier and more productive classroom. There are several reasons why teachers should create a sense of community in their classroom. First, when students feel like they are a part of community, they are more likely to be cooperative and engaging in the classroom activities. Secondly, when the students feel connected to each other, they are more likely to feel safe and comfortable in the classroom. Finally, a sense of community can help preventing bullying and social isolations among the students. We often see that students who are bullied, some students they always try to bully each other and all, and some they are very isolated among the group only. So we should try to find out that and we should work on that so that students should come out of that problem. There are many ways for teachers to create a sense of community in their classroom. Some ideas include creating class rules together, having students work on group project, and sitting students together based on common interest. Dimensions of happy classrooms. When we talk about dimensions of classroom, there are many dimensions like student teachers, then their relationship, classroom dynamics, then performal classroom management. These are the dimensions we have to work on that. Classroom dynamics and platforms is encourage and motivate them. Then we have to see their body language. We have to create positive energy among them, develop a mindset of creativity and growth and passions of learning, motivate the ownership, encourage dynamic learning, collaboration. To explore happiness, you need to know your student first. You need to know the student, you know their strength and weaknesses, know what and how they learn and build the relationship and the trust. Always appreciate and praise and celebrate their joy, encourage positive environment, connect them with when they are wrong. There's a relationship among the teacher and the student, and that should always be done together. If we talk about relationship with the students, then we have to talk about their model and positive relationship, build up self confidence, then build trust, teach and encourage them. Then you have to feel the sense of belonging, mental health should also be checked, and so on. New should you should know first the meeting with the students in the classroom, how they be welcoming to in the classroom, enter the class with a radiant smile. We teachers should always enter the class with a radiant smile, which should reflect in your eyes your persona, some calm and composure. Express your happiness of becoming their teacher in words and action. You should always express that you are very happy in becoming their teachers in your words and action. You should always be clear in that. Decorate your classroom beforehand with calming pictures and colors, and your classroom should always have different pictures and with different colors. Use colors and different types of picture so that the students can feel that this classroom is a vibrant classroom. Then you should always be ready with the list of students names to know your students and beforehand. Greet the students by the name and include a positive statement at beginning of the class. Practice mindfulness and awareness with your students. Practice mindfulness. Take a time to know each other, talk to each other. This is essence. Show, share your expectation and listen to them. ये क्या हो रहा है? Develop understanding and mutual respect before you embark on your journey of being the change maker. Happiness is a square form, that is family life, money, then vocation and life conquest along with your health. And that is when we conclude that we say a man becomes much happy as he decides to be happiness is actually inside you. What happy students say about their teachers? As happy students say that See, she motivates me with extreme happiness. She always makes me feel that I can do and become anything I wish to or him. Then she tells me never to give up. She is very supportive and caring. So the students, what the happy students say about their teachers, these are the things the students tell about their teachers. That she always says that I can do things and never says I can't. The teacher will always say that you could do it. They will not say that you cannot do it. So that is also a positive thing about a teacher. When the students outside the classroom, they go and express and tell all these things. They will also say that, see, she celebrates with me. I feel I can share anything with her, even I did something wrong. They are very free handed that I am very happy to express this with my teacher. She is concerned about my health. The teacher is very concerned about my health. Whenever I have some problem, my teacher automatically knows that, and she is very concerned about me. So that also make them very happy about their teacher. She is positive about every good things I do. She is nice and always wears a smile on her face, even when she is little sick. Even my teacher always wears a smile. Even she has a lot of problem, she always comes with a smile, and she always hear us, and she always try to solve our problem. So this is what the happy students say about their teacher. They also say whenever we succeed in something, he or she always feels proud of that. They always feel proud that I have done something and my teacher is very happy to celebrate. They feel very happy that my teacher celebrates with me. So a happy classroom always feels very happy. You should always make the students feel such things in the classroom so that they could go out with things. that I have a good teacher in my classroom. If we talk about classroom being with you, you are the creator, the matter, the maker. You should know liking you. Who are you? You should always have a mind when you enter the classroom that who are you? What do you stand for, and what will you ask them to do today? So these questions should always arise in your mind, should always be there in your mind when you enter the classroom. What will you ask them to do, what will not ask them to do, and what will you do for them, what will you not do for them? So when you have all these answers in your mind, then the classroom automatically becomes happy classroom. We should teach the students that respect, and we should get they should have respect for each one of us, even for their friends and fellow mates. Support and guidance should always be by our side to them, have our back in difficult situation. Encouragement and advice should always be given by us to them. We should always communicate and clear their expectations when these students have a lot of expectations from us. So we should always be very clear with their expectation. Then we should have an adequate resources for them, whatever queries they have. These are the things we should always have. A happy teachers, good class with bright students. And happy teachers will always have a good class with bright students. They will make the classroom very happy. Then they will have good results automatically. Then they will timely do submissions of assignments too. Disciplined, intelligent, well behaved students will be there in their classroom. Timely completion of the syllabus will also be automatically done, because the students will only always enjoy their classroom. They will always wait beforehand. They'll try to do it everything, because they know that my teacher is doing a lot for me, and he or she is doing this. They are making us so happy. So that is our duty, to make them very happy environment and very creativity. What at least two ways foster happy classroom? That is creativity, joyful learning. These are the things that makes the classroom happy. That is your creativity, the students' creativity, joyful learning among us. Then decorative classroom, allot time for playing, freedom of expression, use of humor, proper planning, then praising the students, whether he or she is half done with the work or good full done with the work, or is able to express everything, is not able to explain or stammer. Sometimes when we give them to come and speak here, sometimes some students stammer, some are very good, and they, so we should praise each one of them. Okay, you tried good, you were very good and all. So that also makes them very confident enough to be good the next time. You should always have story stripes with them. Engaging student, you should always engage your students in any of the activities you would like to have. Then games and drama should always be done. So that is a process where game-based learning has been planned. Better training of students should be done, produce better thinking level. Then save time, better learning, good organized and easy management. These are the things we should always have. While we enter into the classroom beforehand, we should always try to do all this. These all makes the classroom very happy and creates a happy learning process. Be open and listen to them. We should always be very open to our students. We should always try to feel that, oh, you have a problem, you come and express. Whether it is a good, whether it is bad, we should always try to hear them. Then be honest. We should always teach them that be honest. Whether you have anything in your mind, you be honest. Then only we can solve your problem. Be also supportive. Be the head, not the bully. And we should teach them that you should not bully and do anything wrong. A classroom, a happy classroom becomes an interactive classroom, has a scope, sense of belonging. They have coping life skills, then their emotional needs and fulfillment, all these categories. Caring and attitudes in the classroom should also be there for an happy classroom. Adaptability for expectations, positive relationships, then better mental health. These are very important for an happy classroom to be in the class. So it is our duty, and it is the duty of our teachers to always feel that are you a teacher by choice, or by a chance. We should always keep in mind that are we a teacher by choice or by chance? When we are teacher by choice, then we have to learn all this and we have to try to find out that whether it is good or not. One more thing I would like to talk about is about when we enter the classroom, we should always focus on our lesson plan too. That how we can make the learning very enjoyable, how we can make the happy learning in the classroom. So we should always have details descriptions of the course of instructions and individual in your lesson plan. A lesson, a lesson is a written guide for train plan in order to achieve the intended learning outcomes. It provides specific definitions and directions on learning, objections, equipment, instructions, media material, requirement, and code of training, conduct of training. So this should be included in the lesson so that the lesson plan so that the students can find it more. Try your chosen life that we have become a teacher. That is, we have to work here, we have to balance here. So we have to work and your life also. So there is a relation between work, balance, and life. When these are all three balanced, our work becomes very easy. Find if you are not happy, then what's the reason behind? If you will find it difficult to be happy in the classroom, you should always know you have to be happy. You have to leave everything outside your classroom and enter the classroom. You should always have a message that you are going to manage your work life balance and sleep also well. Teachers should also have a proper sleep so that they could manage their work properly. They should can balance their life, educational life. Then they should exercise releases the endorphins in your body, and you will feel happy and have a sense of well-being. Have the time for family and at the time to nothing. When you are at home, you enjoy your family life, but when you are at school, you enjoy your students and your life, and that will make the classroom, and you will also enjoy the learning process. Then is try new things in your life. You should always try keep your worries outside, and always try to keep your worries outside the classroom and work for your students. You should always keep that today I'm there in the classroom, then I am for my students, not for anyone in the classroom. With this, I would like to thank each one of you. I would like to thank Father Regis Varghese, DTC Bokaro. I would also like to thank AS Ganwar, President. I'd also like to thank Sister Kamla Paul Bihari, DTC Bokaro, Amit Kumar Singh, STNC MGM High Secondary School, Sanjay Kumar Senapati, STNC Holy Cross School, and Vinay Seetal, sir, for all the support and all. Thank you all for being patient listener. Thank you.
Teachers kindly leave. Your attendance link will be sent in the group. Thank you. Your attendance sheet will be, attendance link will be sent in the group. From the group only you will respond. Now you can leave. All of you, please leave. I repeat, attendance link will be sent in the STNC group. Kindly you leave the meeting. From that group only you give your response through your STNC. Thank you.